All right, you guys, everybody and their mom is feuding in the celebrity world at the moment, and we cannot get enough, or I don't know if that's right to say because
I think I've had enough.
We've had a lot of shade this week. I'm ready for the sunshine, you know?
Really, I kind of love when celebrities have tips because it gives us something to talk about because that's what we're doing here all day, every day. Talking about celebrity feuds. At the end of the day, I hope it's like a Disney movie where we all fly off into the sunset though and nobody actually is mad at each other.
Well, here's the thing. If they're going to fight, they need to at each other on Twitter because then they have us wondering, well, was it towards Camila or not? Was it towards the Biebs?
You are so right. I am so sick of the passive aggressiveness of these celebrities. You know everybody's following you. You know everybody's going to watch it. Just call them out already. We know who it is.
All right. Well, first up, let's talk about Lauren Jauregui versus Camila Cabello.
We're already pitting them against each other.
Well, we're definitely
this is
pitting
probably
them
the
against
most
each other.
annoying out of all the feuds right now
Really?
because I really think it is because I feel like there's no story there.
Well, set up the story.
Well,
I do. I think there's a story.
I do too, because this is following a Grammys after party where supposedly they ran into each other, and then she started tweeting.
Okay,
and
so
things got
Lauren
crazy.
goes to the Grammys. No, we saw after party.
No, Camila goes to the Grammys.
Both went to the Grammys.
Lauren went to the Grammys.
I mean, well, the party, I think. I don't know.
But Camila was on the red carpet.
Camila walked. It was like her time to shine. Here we see her in her beautiful princess-like dress. It's like her moment, her first appearance as a solo artist. Obviously, she knew everyone was going to be talking about her. Cut two. I was wondering if Fifth Harmony went to the Grammys or not. I don't know, but Lauren apparently was at an after party. They didn't. Lauren then tweets the following.
After supposedly seeing Camila at the Grammy after party that we were talking about.
Grammys parties left me with a hangover and a real clear picture of real versus fake. #thank you.
So the internet is alluding that Lauren is hinting at Camila Cabello for a couple of reasons. A, they were at the same Grammy after party. I haven't seen any photos. I've seen no receipts. But interestingly enough, at the same time, Camila's interview with, I think it was 17, got released the exact same day. And then Lauren, she released more tweets after seeing the headline saying that they were feuding, and she went out on the record saying this was not about Camila. That one's a different quote where she was following up the previous quote saying, "Fake that confidence, one day it will be real," which is more proof.
Passive aggressive.
Then she goes on media assuming and falsely reporting hatred is so boring. Report the positive. There's too much negativity in this world.
You know what's entertaining and not boring? You telling us who this is about.
She said that it was like in response to a recording session that she had coming up. So I will agree with you there because that doesn't really make any sense.
Okay, but what about fake that confidence when Camila has spoken so much about being confident and basically
stepping out by herself,
which takes a lot of balls, guys, to leave your group and just, move on as a solo artist. So I'm just like, okay, if you guys are gonna argue and fight, just at each other, please.
I just feel
it's direct.
I feel like we already know that Fifth Harmony and Camila Cabello are on the outs. It is extremely, for lack of a better word, boring to watch this fight that's actually not going anywhere. It's just like they don't like each other. That's it.
Well, the thing that I'm calling BS on is that Lauren said that this was about herself, and there's just no way because she's not saying after a Grammys after party, I'm learning who's real and who's fake. She's not saying that about herself because that would be actually insane. So she's talking about somebody.
Maybe she's talking about Katy Perry's face. And then she's like, oh my gosh, Katy Perry's beautiful, and she got up close and maybe she saw some makeup lines.
Oh dear.
Interesting.
The theory.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because that's what you guys pay me to do.
And I was shocked because Lauren
that's not what I believe.
Be direct. Remember, just recently she came out as bisexual, and she's always been so upfront about things.
Well, I feel like how Camila left the band was very shady in their eyes. I don't know how it actually went down.
Well, we don't know the real story. There was so much back and forth.
The subtle disses will continue to happen for a very long time.
Just text each other. Get your group text on with the other girl.
No, because they like the public talking about it as well.
Ryland, here's the reason why I think it was towards Camila. She just had that interview with Chelsea Briggs for Billboard, and I was reading, not necessarily in the video, but I was reading the article, and then they asked her, do you still communicate with the Fifth Harmony girls? And there was just a no. That's it.
Oh.
And I was like, well, clearly, there's something went on, obviously. And I mean, that's what you're gonna get when there's so many girls.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
We're catty. Okay, girls are
They're
catty.
done. They're just not friends anymore. That's not a story.
It's over.
I don't even know why we still talk
It's a
about
story
it.
because we
making
were
friends.
invested in their lives, and the fandom that loves Fifth Harmony is upset because one of the four is now gone. It's like one of the boys leaving One Direction or One Direction breaking up. It's a story
but
because
this is
people
life.
care about
Life goes
them.
on. Maybe.
Does it, Sinead?
Yes, it
It
does.
does.
We love Fifth Harmony. We now Fourth Harmony, and we love Camila Cabello. If you loved her when she was in the group, you should still respect her enough to give her the same kind of love, and vice versa.
And I feel
Yeah,
like
but
Lauren
if the girls start
are.
publicly
Stop,
fighting,
listen.
you're gonna watch.
Lauren-
If somebody starts pulling somebody's hair, you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, stop
Absolutely.
throwing shade in the public. Go, be in Fifth Harmony,
Girl,
Lauren.
I've been throwing the
You're
public.
killing it. You guys are gonna be doing great.
Okay, but
Go
we're
live
all
your best
humans.
life. And don't worry about what other people
Yeah.
are doing.
Yeah.
And stop tweeting about it.
We're all humans, guys, and when something hits the fan, what do? We go to social media and like, I can't believe people this, that.
Yeah.
No.
But we
Bottom
shouldn't.
line is we
I
all
agree.
do it.
We should not
Yeah, we
do
shouldn't.
that.
I
we
have
all
learned-
do it.
I
I'm
have
gonna start
learned-
closely following your tweets,
You
Erin,
should.
No.
and see if I find
I
anything.
throw so much shade at my husband. I'm surprised I'm not divorced. Okay?
see?
No.
I have
we
learned-
should not do that.
I agree.
know.
I have learned from personal experiences that tweeting when you're upset is not
Yeah.
the best idea.
No.
But
No.
Okay. But celebrities love attention, they're gonna do it anyways. Moving on, we're talking about Justin Bieber and The Weeknd. Justin Bieber has spoken out multiple times about his dislike for The Weeknd. The first time being outside of a restaurant in WeHo when TMZ asked him if he liked The Weeknd's music, and he said no, he does not listen to that SHIT. Moving on from that, he did not go to the Grammys. He instead went live on
Live?
Instagram, and when
Dude.
somebody asked him what his favorite song at the moment was, he said, Starboy by The Weeknd. Cut to February 15th, The Weeknd released a new song that was dissing Justin Bieber in multiple ways.
Or
Sinead, do
was
you want
it?
to talk about this?
Yeah, okay, so obviously The Weeknd's been pretty hush-hush about it. So just when we thought he was taking the up and up, the lyrics to this song are my favorite because there are some very telling lyrics, but my favorite one is the brown boy and the star boy on a track, haters gonna say this is whack. And that was exactly what Justin Bieber told TMZ. They said, do you listen to The Weeknd? He said, nah, that ish is whack. And I love that he said that. And now The
It's in
Weeknd's,
the song.
it's in the song, and I
Yeah.
like that because it's not like The Weeknd doesn't have time. He doesn't have time to at Bieber and talk to him. He's just
my
like,
question
But he has
is-
time to go to the studio and
That's what I
re-record
was-
the lines.
That's
and
his
songs
job.
that He's
Quick.
clearly been
you
recorded,
write from
like,
your heart.
months
Have we
ago.
learned nothing
this was
from Taylor
a quick
Swift?
turnaround, you guys. How long have The Weeknd and Selena Gomez been together?
Just a couple of months.
Like
Not even a couple months,
No,
like
it's been like
weeks.
6.5 minutes. If we're
Literally.
honest.
So
When
what does The
inspiration
Weeknd do?
hits, you go into
Well,
the
yeah, when
studio.
inspiration hits, and he
You
probably
guys,
wrote them down.
This
and went
is
and
more confirmation this is a PR stunt. Justin was told to say whack because The Weeknd had a song that said whack in it, and so their
Erin.
publicists are all in on it, and they're like, don't forget to say, when TMZ asks you, don't forget to say whack.
But that's
Whack is the word in the song.
Those are the lyrics that I actually thought were stretching it a bit because we're just comparing. What I liked more is when he said, I think I stole your girl, I think I stole
your girl fell in love with me, or it's like I took your girl, now you're feeling some way, or something
And
like
then it was
that.
something about,
is your remedy.
yeah.
I was like, what tongue and what are you doing this
But he
Selena?
also talked about, like, your girl likes what I've got because it's better than yours.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he's dissing
Explicit.
Justin's
Yeah.
member,
Explicit.
Which we've all seen,
which takes
and it's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, we have seen Justin.
we have
winning.
seen
Oh, we
it.
have seen
I'm
Justin's
just saying,
winning.
that's a big brag, you know?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Weeknd's really put it
But
out
yo,
there.
you guys, honestly, real talk right now. I am so sick of talking about Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and The Weeknd.
Girl.
Like this,
Well, you're also sick of Lauren and
because I
Camila?
need new
It might be
stuff.
time for you to get a new job then.
I need new stuff. I need people pulling hair on Hollywood
called the
Boulevard.
WWE, girl.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to talk about a fight, I want to see a fight.
I was just
Yeah.
watching
Interesting.
the Wendy show because freaking Ryland's
Yes.
obsessed
I
with
got her under Wendy Williams.
And I don't
Love
watch
Wendy.
Topics, how you tube it.
I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, but apparently, like, now it's gonna be a thing where they're gonna remove the fights from the show. Like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna be able to show or televise fights.
You can
like physical
vocalize your fight,
But
but
you
no
can't,
more
like,
pulling
punch.
hair.
So I can
Oh,
say,
no.
I'm punching you in the face right now, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull your hair.
I'm punching you with my words. Which
Well,
is
but
even
maybe
worse.
you guys, maybe that just applies to television and not like social media. We don't want to see physical fights. Sinead,
I'm just, okay, I said, I don't, it's not like I want people to fight every day. I'm saying if I'm going to have to report about a fight, there better be a fight to report on.
So you want to see like Justin Bieber showing up to the Grammys and like tripping the Weeknd?
No, it's not like I want to see them fight. I just don't want to talk
Justin
about
Bieber's
it.
fought with Orlando Bloom in the past. Like, that's not
yeah,
out of the realm of possibility. Justin is very
the
physical.
thing I hate the most about celebrity feuds is I hate speculating, because the reality of the situation is we don't actually know what's going on. I mean, at least with the Weeknd and Bieber, we know that Bieber hates him, and because Bieber's like literally straight up making fun of him to his face.
Yeah. Right.
With the people who are doing it so condescendingly or very passive aggressive, like you said, you're over it. I'm so over the passive aggressive stuff too, because I hate speculating, because I'm not.
Well,
How old is the Weeknd? He's a little older, right? He's like 28.
It's interesting when it first breaks, but then after it breaks and no one has any more details,
It gets
they
so
make
diluted.
more details for the next 3 weeks.
Right.
It's like, all right, we get it, something happened.
And you
let's
don't actually
move
know
on
what
the
to
next.
believe, because people are stretching
Yeah.
the story.
Well, what if this song was about Bella? What if the Weeknd stole Bella Hadid
But
from
he used
another
the word
man?
whack, Vivian.
Well, whack is a word. I don't like it. It's
Whitney
whack.
Houston made it popular like 10 years
I
ago
know, it
when
was
she
so
talked
10
about
years
crack,
ago.
but
Come together.
nobody uses whack.
We're moving on to Katy Perry versus Britney Spears.
I
we
don't
know
like
this one is a little
Katy
more
Perry
serious.
was
I don't like it.
was at the Grammy. She was on the red carpet, and she dished to not just one but 2 outlets about her hair color, where she said that this is a good hair color for me to potentially shave my head if I were to go crazy.
She was like, oh, this is the last hair color that I haven't done, and I guess what's next? Shaving my head? I'm not going crazy, or something like that.
Well, I think that was the second one when she talked about her hair color. The first one, they asked like what she's been up to, and she said she's been so busy, and they're like, how are you staying sane? And she's like, I don't know, I haven't shaved my head yet. So
I'm gonna
like,
save that for a public meltdown. That's what hurt me.
I
I
that's
love
crazy.
Katy Perry. I like worship Katy Perry, and I was like,
Yeah.
no. And here's the thing: we all make mistakes. To me, it didn't come out evilly.
Mean.
Like it wasn't mean. It just sort of like she said it. But the thing is, when you say it once and you're like, as soon as you walk away from that interview, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But then she goes and says it again.
Oh,
so I was like,
in
no.
different contexts, like Erin said about her hair
I
color.
know.
First, it was about staying sane and like being busy with work, and then
So,
second, it was about her hair color. It's
Even
a little
if
weird.
this isn't about Britney Spears, who iconically shaved her head, it does play on mental illness, which is another trigger for a lot of people that are tuning into the Grammys red carpet. So no matter how you spin this story, it was a
It's
bad
just bad.
move on Katy
It was
Perry,
just a
who's
mistake, yeah.
re-entering herself into the music world.
Yeah.
A lot of people did associate it with Britney Spears, which is how she got involved into the mix, saying Katy Perry and Britney Spears are
Did you see her little
feuding.
response?
She had a couple of responses
She
on
did
social
a video.
media.
The video, I think she's like recommending a book. I don't know if it's what's the book about? I don't know, but she recommends a book, which clearly is like towards a Katy Perry. And then she posts this little image of like 2 hands forming a heart. And I think there's like a Bible passage that says, her mouth speaks from which
fills her heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically like she's saying,
that's what's in her heart. Like she's kind of dishing me basically, or like.
yeah, and like she's projecting other things out, or she's turning something that could be about me that's really maybe something that she's dealing with, or if you
Right.
spew negativity, you have a lot of negativity in your life, and like it's a personal problem.
I think because Britney Spears' public meltdown happened so long ago. I mean, we're talking like 10 or more years ago.
Yeah, at least.
I think maybe in Katy Perry's mind, I'm just playing devil's advocate for her for a second. Maybe in her mind, it happened so long ago, and Britney came out of that better than she has ever been, and she's great now. I think talking about it in that way, she didn't think of it as, like you said, Viv, like in a mean way. It was just like a pop culture thing that happened that she could reference because that was like what she just immediately thought of.
Yeah.
I don't think it was mean-spirited. I wish she would issue an apology though.
That's
just
what I was going to say. The only thing I've been waiting for, Katy is way better than that, and I'm sure at this point she's seen the bash on social media. I just want her to speak out and say, you know what? I didn't mean it, or apologize to Britney.
Yeah, like, look, I didn't realize
You know
what I
what I
was
mean?
saying, nor was that a dig towards Britney.
Yeah.
Over.
Like,
And it hasn't happened, and it's been like a week. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just like,
really interesting. It would have been awesome if she was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, like, I didn't
it
mean
literally
it.
just clicked in my head that I did this, and maybe it's because I view the person in question in such a different light that I can't even believe that I said that. Like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to offend her or anybody else with mental illness.
Yeah.
That would have fixed everything. But why is she so quiet about it?
Well, we will never know until she speaks up. But you guys, I do want to know what you think of this bonus episode of Completely Weekly. Let's chat about it in the comment section below. Which feud piques your interest the most?
Yeah, who do you want to see fight on Hollywood Boulevard?
And who should we talk about fighting next week?
Follow us all on social media and Clevver at Clevver. You guys, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. But wait, click over to the left to see our other episode of Completely Weekly, where we talk about Blue Ivy being associated with the Illuminati, or click to the right to see last week's episode of Rumor Patrol.